Look at a dog sleeping on a couch, or a cow standing in a field, or a horse walking beside a fence, or a cat staring at you like it owns your house. Today, animals feel normal. Pets, food, farm animals, background life. But remove animals from human history and the whole story starts falling apart. No early warning in the dark. No milk, no wool, no leather, no plows, no long-distance travel, no easy farming, no cities the way we know them. Maybe not even civilization. Humans like to say we built the world alone. We discovered fire, made tools, invented farming, built cities, conquered the planet, and yes, humans did all of that, but not by ourselves. For most of history, humans were weak animals trying to survive a planet full of stronger ones. We were not the fastest, not the strongest, not the best at smelling, hearing, carrying, or surviving cold. So humans did something strange. We borrowed the bodies of other animals, the nose of the dog, the strength of the ox, the speed of the horse, the milk of the goat, the wool of the sheep, the hide of the cow. And slowly those animals became part of the human machine. Living machines, animals that could smell danger, pull plows, carry people, guard camps, feed children, move armies, warm bodies, and turn wild land into farms. So the real question is not just, why did humans domesticate animals? The real question is, would humans have ever become powerful without them? Because maybe civilization was never just a human invention. Maybe it was built by hands, hooves, paws, wings, teeth, milk, bone. Before humans had animals, the world was much bigger. A forest was a place where something could hear you before you heard it. A grassland was a place where predators could see you from far away. A river was water, but also a border, a trap, and sometimes death. Early humans were clever, but clever does not always save you. A human can think, but a human cannot smell like a wolf, run like a horse, pull like an ox, see like a bird, or survive winter with bare skin and hope. Our bodies were useful but limited. 2 hands, soft skin, poor night vision, slow speed, fragile babies, long childhoods. If you dropped one modern human into the ancient world alone, that person would not look like the top of the food chain. They would look like lunch. The reason humans survived was not because one human was strong. It was because humans connected, first with each other, then with fire, then with tools, and eventually with other species. A stick became a spear, a stone became a blade, a fire became a camp. A wolf became a dog, a wild goat became food security, a wild ox became a farming engine, a horse became distance itself. Other animals evolved claws, humans evolved partnerships, and those partnerships changed everything. The first thing animals gave humans was not food, it was information. In the ancient world, information was survival, a sound in the grass, a bird suddenly going quiet, a herd moving away, a dog lifting its head before anyone else notices danger. Animals read the world differently. They smell what we miss, hear what we ignore, sense movement before our eyes catch it. For early humans, watching animals was like reading a living map. Birds could reveal water. Vultures could reveal carcasses, herds could reveal good grass. Tracks could reveal who passed through, how long ago, and in what direction. A footprint was not just a mark, it was a sentence. Then came the animal that changed the human night forever. The dog. Before dogs were dogs, they were wolves. Not cute, dangerous, fast, hungry, built for darkness, but some wolves came near human camps. Not close enough to attack, just close enough to eat leftovers. The wolves that feared humans less got more food. And the humans that tolerated them got something too. Warning, a wolf could hear movement before humans could, smell danger before humans could, track prey better than humans could, react to threats at the edge of darkness. At some point, the wolf was no longer just a scavenger near the camp. It became a partner, a living alarm system, a tracker, a guard, a companion in the dark. Imagine ancient humans sleeping near a fire. The adults are tired, the children are asleep, the fire is low, the grass beyond the camp is black. Then the dog lifts its head. Before anyone sees anything, before anyone hears anything, something is there. That warning may have saved lives again and again, not in one dramatic moment, but across thousands of nights. Tiny advantages repeated for generations become history. For most of human history, food moved. It ran away, it hid, it migrated, it fought back. It disappeared with the seasons. If you wanted meat, you had to find it. If you wanted fat, you had to risk injury. Some days the hunt worked, some days it failed, some days the animal escaped, some days the hunter did not come back. Then humans began keeping animals close, and this changed the meaning of food. A goat was not just meat. A goat was milk, hide, bone, horn, hair, dung, a future baby goat, a moving food supply. Goats and sheep could survive in places where crops struggled. They could turn grass, shrubs, and rough land into milk, meat, wool, and skin. Humans cannot eat dry mountain bushes, but goats can, and then humans can drink the goat's milk. That is almost like outsourcing digestion. Animals converted useless parts of the landscape into human survival. Grass became milk, shrubs became meat, wool became warmth, hides became shelter, bones became tools, dung became fuel. And suddenly, humans were no longer only chasing food, they were managing it. When food becomes more predictable, humans can stay longer in one place. When humans stay longer, settlements grow. When settlements grow, storage matters. When storage matters, rules appear. Who owns the animals? Who gets the milk? Who protects the herd? Who trades them? Animals did not just feed humans. They helped create property, wealth, trade, status, and conflict. A herd was not just food, it was a bank account with legs. Before machines, there were animals. Today, power is hidden. You press a button and something moves. Ancient humans did not have engines. They had muscle, first their own, then animal muscle. And that changed everything. An ox pulling a plow could do what many humans could not do by hand. It could break heavy soil, pull weight, work for hours, turn land into farmland. That sounds simple. Farming is force, breaking ground, moving water, dragging loads, repeating labor until food appears. With animal power, fields expanded, and when fields expanded, harvests grew. When harvests grew, surplus appeared, and surplus is the beginning of everything. Surplus means not everyone has to search for food every day. Some people can build, some can govern, some can write, some can trade, some can become priests, soldiers, merchants, craftsmen, rulers. A city is not built only from stone, it is built from extra food, and for much of history, that extra food depended on animals dragging human ambition through the dirt. Then came horses. The horse did something different. It did not make the field bigger, it made the world smaller. Before horses, distance was brutal. Messages moved at walking speed, trade moved slowly. Armies took time. Power had limits. Then humans climbed onto the back of an animal built for speed. A person could travel farther. A message could arrive sooner. A warrior could appear faster than an enemy expected. The horse did not just carry humans, it stretched human reach. It changed war, trade, migration, empire, communication. Humans did not need to evolve stronger legs, we borrowed them. Animals did not only help humans while alive. Even after death, they remained useful. For ancient humans, a dead animal was not waste. It was a survival kit. Bones became needles, hooks, handles, tools, weapons, ornaments. Horns became containers. Sinew became thread cord, bindings, bowstrings. Hides became clothing, tents, blankets, bags, shoes. Fat became fuel. Dung became fire where wood was rare. Wool became warmth. Leather became armor, straps, water bags, saddles, shields, shoes, and roofs. One animal could become a dozen technologies. Modern people forget this because we live inside processed materials: plastic, steel, concrete, fabric, rubber. But before industry, the animal body was one of the most important material sources humans had. If you needed winter clothing, hide mattered. If you needed to sew, bone needles mattered. If you needed shelter, skins mattered. If you needed fire on a treeless plain, dung mattered. Animals were food, yes, but they were also tools: clothing, housing, transport, fuel, storage, weapons, art. The animal body entered human culture piece by piece, not as decoration, as necessity. But the deepest change may not have been physical, it may have been emotional. Living with animals forced humans to think differently. A wild animal is danger, but a domesticated animal is something stranger. Not fully human, not fully wild, not just a tool, not just food. It is a living creature that shares space with you. You'll learn its moods, its habits, its fear, its hunger, its trust. A dog looks at your face. A horse reacts to your body. A goat recognizes people. A cat chooses when to come close and when to ignore you completely. Living with animals trains attention. You begin to read a mind that is not human. That may be one reason animals became so emotionally powerful to us. They did not just help humans outside, they changed what humans felt inside. Dogs especially became almost impossible to categorize. A dog could help a human kill, and also sleep beside a child. It could track blood, and also comfort grief. It could watch the darkness, and also wag its tail when you returned. That combination is strange and very human, because civilization is not only walls and farms, it is relationships, trust, memory, dependency, care. When humans learned to live with animals, they expanded the circle of social life beyond humans. Not perfectly, not gently, not always fairly, but deeply. Animals entered our myths, our gods, our stories, our economies, our homes, our wars, our language. They did not just live around humans, they entered the human imagination. So what happens if you remove animals from human history? The answer is not just no pets, it is bigger. No dogs warning camps in the dark. No goats turning rough land into milk. No sheep turning grass into wool. No cattle pulling plows. No horses shrinking distance. No oxen expanding fields. No leather tents. No bone needles. No dung fires. No cavalry empires. No early cities growing from agricultural surplus. No animal symbols in myths. The human world becomes smaller, slower, colder, hungrier, more isolated, more fragile. Humans did not become powerful because we defeated every animal. We became powerful because we learned how to live through them. Civilization was not built by humans standing alone above nature. It was built by humans tangled inside nature, using it, depending on it, changing it, being changed by it. A city may look human, but beneath it are animals, oxen in the fields, horses on the roads, sheep in the clothing, cows in the food, dogs in the dark, bones in the tools, leather in the walls, stories in the firelight. Humans like to imagine civilization as a monument to human intelligence, but it is also a monument to partnership, and sometimes domination, and sometimes accident. A wolf coming close to a camp, a goat staying near a village, a horse allowing a hand on its back, a cow pulling a plow through soil. Small moments, repeated for thousands of years until the world changed. Today animals feel ordinary. A dog on a couch, a cat in a window, a cow in a field, a horse behind a fence. But hidden inside those ordinary animals is one of the biggest secrets in human history. We were never alone. Before engines, animals were engines. Before alarms, animals were alarms. Before factories, animals were materials. Before maps, animals were signs. Before cities, animals helped create the food that made cities possible. And before humans became rulers of the planet, we were fragile creatures borrowing strength from everything around us. Maybe that is the real story. Not that humans conquered nature, but that humans survived by making deals with it. Some gentle, some brutal, some accidental, some so old we forgot they were deals at all. Every time a dog looks at your face, there is a shadow of a wolf near a fire. Every time milk is poured into a cup, there is a memory of hungry people learning not to chase food, but keep it close. Every time a horse runs, there is a memory of a world becoming smaller. Civilization was never only made by human hands. It was pulled by hooves, guarded by paws, fed by milk, warmed by wool, carried on backs, tied with sinew, written into stories. And maybe that is why animals still feel so close to us. Because deep down, some part of us remembers we did not build this world alone.